you'll never amount to anything. You'll be lucky if you make it past your senior year of high school. You being in the Army Reserves means nothing. It doesn't mean you'll ever have an impact. You're just a girl who wears makeup. What could you possibly contribute to society? Black women are so lazy. All they do is suck up money from the government and stuff. These are all just a few things that I've heard as a woman at some point in my life, and an even smaller amount of some of the things that women hear every single day just by being a woman, let alone a woman of color. Being a woman doesn't always feel good. Being a woman does not always afford you the same opportunities as others. Being a woman of color makes it even harder. When I first started my channel, I really was just kind of looking for a creative outlet, a way to distract myself of the crappy life that I had at the time. And I never, ever would have thought that it would unlock the amount of possibilities and opportunities that it has 7 years into my YouTube journey. And I'm sitting here smiling from ear to ear because I'm so happy to announce to you guys that as of now, I, myself, Jackie Aina, aka Lil Pumpkin Pie 05, aka Makeup Game on Point, am a global change ambassador. Okay, I know you're probably thinking, whoa, that escalated quickly. I'm confused. So YouTube and the United Nations have partnered this year for the very first time ever to create a global change ambassador program where basically myself and 6 other YouTubers will be working to bring awareness to one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. You're probably thinking, what are Sustainable Development Goals? Sounds confusing. It's basically just a number of different goals that the UN says, hey, this is how we can pretty much overall improve the betterment of society, okay? Just the overall well-being of the people. And one of those things is gender equality. That's where I come in. I have been chosen along with 6 other YouTubers, as I said earlier. We're all basically throughout the year in this ambassadorship program going to be using our voices and our audience to raise awareness to why gender equality is so important, what it means to us, like what role do we play in trying to make a world a better place and going towards more gender equality, specifically women's empowerment, because that is my A1, and just our role in that and raising awareness about it and really just kind of just bringing more light to the issue. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how this all went down. Okay, this is literally how it all went down. I got an email one day and it was like, hey, this is your boy Google. And I was like, Google? And I was a little confused because it was just like, there's millions of YouTubers and they saw me. That's mind-blowing. And I always thought, if I'm going to raise this platform, if I'm going to build this audience of people that are going to be trusting my opinion and valuing what I say, I should probably say some pretty important stuff. So in the time that I've built my YouTube channel and it's grown and you guys have grown with me, it's obviously been something that's really important to me to speak up over things that matter. And they saw that and they wanted me to be a part of the program. Now, I'm not the only person who's a part of the program. It's myself, it's Ingrid Nilsen, who's also here in the US, whoop whoop. It's Taty Ferreira, who's from Brazil. It's Yuya, who's from Mexico. It's my girl Chica, aka bilingual girl Chica from Japan. It's Louise, aka Sprinkleofglitter from the UK. And Hayla, who we all love, from Dubai. So all of us in this 1-year ambassador program are basically just going to be talking about the issue of gender equality, how it impacts overall the well-being of others, and why it's important. And I really kind of want to, for myself specifically, on women's empowerment, because that's pretty much what I'm doing on my channel anyway. And that was why when they first reached out to me, it just felt right. Like it felt like it didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like, oh, this doesn't feel like something I would be comfortable doing, because no, I talk about and I want to empower people all the time. And I just feel strongly that if our women are empowered, you can do so much. Everyone at home is happy. Everyone at work is happy. I can even speak to being as a woman in uniform. Like, do you know how many times someone side-eyed me because they think maybe I'm not gonna pull through, I'm not gonna pull my weight because I'm a woman. I'm a petite woman at that, I'm a woman of color, and I wear makeup. So I have all the odds stacked against me in the US, okay? I want more than ever for people on both sides, not just women, but men too. I want more than ever for no one to ever feel like they wouldn't get the same opportunities as someone else just because of their gender. Like, that's whack. Like, that's really, really whack. One thing that I really want to stress in this video is you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Keep fighting whatever it is that you're fighting for, because you never know what that voice could be to someone else and who you could be inspiring. So it was really, really awesome. Okay, let me tell you what happened. So Google emailed me and they were like, hey, we want you to be a part of this program. And I was just like, oh my God, crying and crying and crying. After hours of crying, I actually got the opportunity to go to New York, and I met all 6 of the other young ladies who are amazing. And one of the coolest things about the experience was, like, I have my own story and I have my own struggles with being a woman and gender equality and the problems that I face, but it was so amazing hearing all the different dimensions of everyone else and their stories. Like, wow, I never really thought about that. And there's just so much that we overlook sometimes because, you know what, maybe we don't experience it firsthand, but it's like, okay, I'm recognizing that that's a problem. I'm recognizing that's a huge problem. What can I do about it? And that's basically what this program is for. One of the biggest messages that I want to send out to millions of, I don't know how many people are gonna watch this video, but to girls and women in general, is never, ever, ever feel like who you are, what you look like will ever hold you back from accomplishing anything in life. If you had asked me 4 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing now, I probably would have been like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Now I am a global change ambassador. Like, how awesome is that? I want people to come to my channel and not only look good, because obviously we talk about makeup and we talk about hair and that's all fun and games. There's so many different dimensions to just throwing on lipstick. You know, there's so many different things to me than just being a pretty person. Like, I'm just as capable and you are just as capable as anyone else, regardless of what you look like on the exterior, regardless of what your body parts are dictating, you know? And don't let nobody ever stop you. The coolest part of the whole journey so far was actually getting to visit the UN, and it was just like, wow. I feel like that was when reality hit, was going there, physically seeing the facility, meeting people from the United Nations, and it was just like, this is really happening. Like, sometimes I have like a delayed reaction to things, but it was like, oh my God, I'm sitting here and this is really happening.
Can we just talk about this though? Like, I just need to be greeted by this every morning. Every morning. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hi. Yes. Oh, actually, excuse me, you're in my seat. Thank you. Thank you.
We can do some pretty awesome things in a society that says you're more likely than not. You're kind of useless. No more of that. No more of that. So now that we've got this program in full effect, basically what you can expect from me is I will be bringing more awareness to gender equality, what it means to me, how it's impacted me, maybe some tips and ways that we can fix it. I just want to continue bringing you guys inspiring, uplifting content just because of my background. Like, if you look at me and if you know a little bit about my story, I won't get into it too much today, but I literally represent what it's like to have every odd stacked against you. And to overcome those odds and to still be successful and to still be able to succeed and thrive. Literally, if that doesn't represent overcoming, I don't know what does. And I can't think of a better time for this to all be kicking off than right now, the month of March, during Women's History Month. So my goal for 2016 is to not only bring awareness to gender equality, why it's important, how we can improve it, but I also kind of want to put the ball in you guys' court as my viewers and supporters. What can you do daily, little small daily affirmations? Maybe it just starts with complimenting someone at work, like, hey, like, you did a great job on that project, instead of being condescending and demeaning, like, are you sure you can do that? I mean, it really sounds small and it really sounds minuscule, but I'm going to be working actively to find new ways to encourage all of you guys to get inspired and get involved. Little things may sometimes seem little, but they all add up to big, huge things. And it's the same way with my YouTube channel. It was just one little crappy video that led to like 5 to 10, and then I started this huge channel. So I want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts, and what do you feel are some ways that we as a society can start working towards the betterment of gender equality? It's not going to be an overnight solution, obviously not, and that's why it's also important that I'm going to be finding ways to implement this into my content within the year that I'm involved. But I really want to hear from you guys, because it's not only important to me, I know it's important to a lot of you guys, because it's why you watch me, because you guys know the things that I talk about, and you know some of the causes that are super, super important to me. Women's empowerment being the main one. I've got male followers out there too. Not at all to exclude you. I'm just speaking to my audience, which is 96% chicks, man. So I want to know what you guys think. I'm definitely open to hearing what you guys think and just some tips on how we can work towards the betterment of gender equality. And also shout out to all the other girls involved, which are amazing. It's just really, really awesome to hear what stories and how they impact all of the girls individually and what they're going to be raising awareness for. I really want to touch on the topic of women in uniform and women being, you know, treated as equals in the military. Maybe not necessarily with job roles. I know that that's going to take some time to really move forward with that, but I want to lose this whole like connotation that you are less than because of who you are or because of what you look like. Like, I want that thinking to go away. I want people to not just see me as a girl who sits behind the screen and puts lipstick on every day. I want you to see me as, you know what, maybe that's someone who's teaching people how to be more confident, who otherwise didn't feel that great 5 minutes ago when they had all the acne over their face, or, you know, maybe they learned how to cover a bruise after being in an abusive relationship. I want to talk about how important it is to uplift our homeless community. I mean, I've been homeless before, guys. Like, there's so many different depths and layers to my life and the things that I've been through, and I understand how important it is when we empower people and when we give everyone the same opportunities that we afford to others, how important that is and how it really impacts everyone as a whole. And then the last thing that I want to do in the year of me being a global change ambassador is I just want to continue making people feel good. I want you to come to my channel. I want you to genuinely enjoy my content. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel like you can just conquer anything that you want to accomplish. And of course, I want you to walk away looking good too, but that's a given. So I would love to hear you guys' feedback. It took a lot for me to sit here and maintain composure without crying through this video, but it's a really big deal. It's a really big responsibility. I think I'm pretty good at challenges though, so I want to take this on with all of you. I want you guys in my back pocket. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know, are you guys on board? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Give me some collection. I'm so excited to continue making history with all of you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.